Happy days are here again in the stock market. Microsoft, Apple, Google, Tesla, Amazon, all green today. All the sectors were green. Healthcare, utilities, consumer defensive, some technology will all do good in a recession. And that's what I want to talk about today. I think we're on for a recession for 2023, quarter 2 or quarter 3, certainly by summer. And buying good stocks will help insulate you from that if it happens. In this video, I'm going to talk about 6 stocks to buy during a recession and during inflation. And I'll talk about why I think we're going to have a recession, just briefly. There's plenty of news out there. Before I do that, I'd like to remind you that, or welcome you, the Stock Planner channel is an education channel and we're sharing our ideas. We're swing traders, trying to pick the tops and bottoms of the market and then capture the swing in between them and profit from that trend. And we use indicators to do that as swing traders. I'm using the MACD and the RSI, and I also use a stochastic. And then you can see that the MACD does a quite nice job of predicting the downs. It's only a little bit down, and you would have had some pain. I have a free Discord chat where I have my trade ideas. Verizon was one of them. And we have earnings coming up. I tried to do a mean reversion play, and this is the only one, and I'll show you the other 3 trades that I did today, but this is the only one that I did not get filled on. And it might be good because who knows what's going to happen with earnings. But right now, this is called a zigzag, by the way. It's just a visual. It's perfect. It repaints itself based on data, and I could draw those lines too once I see it like this. But right now, the zigzag doesn't know what it's doing, and that's when I like to take some kind of action. That's what makes me a trader, a swing trader. Must do your own due diligence. You must learn, use your own strategies, develop your own back testing, and win. Once you learn it, you'll win for life. Let's get started. The internet is loaded with articles predicting a recession sometime this year. This is a Business Insider article, and they're saying that economists are saying that there's a 61% likelihood for a recession in 2023, and traders are preparing. In September 2022, only 45% of the economists thought we were going to go into recessions. This is an increase. This article was written in January 16th. And if you read this article, they're saying that they're worried about increased inflation, aren't we all? And the potential for interest rate hikes, aren't we all? And there's other disruptions like Ukraine, the pandemic, and it seems like it's never ending, our political situation and supply chain. But the biggest concern is the Fed. What will the Fed do? It's causing a lot of problems, but they're not going to take a foot off the pedal until inflation comes down. If that means putting the economy in recession, I think that's where we're heading. With all that negativity here, I did 3 or 4 long trades today, short term. I have a free Discord. This is in the free area, free chat. Posted them today. Took my trades this afternoon based on a single. First one was Cisco. It's a technology stock. Man, I did an option spread on it, but that's, I bought stock. The second one, and my order did not execute, Verizon, so I'm not in, but I tried to. The third one was Bungie, BG, ticker. Again, a option spread. This is a mean reversion play. Ticker BG on the daily time frame. Each bar is a day's worth of data. And what I thought was, there's your support and resistance somewhere, is that this stock is being beat down, and we were going to go bounce up to somewhere along the mean. Good stocks, this is a good stock. This is a farming stock, farm product, and a good stock will always revert to the mean. But we had a red candle. It's a good time to buy when others are selling. Anyway, I thought it was a mean reversion play, and I bought. And that's based on the fact that I think the next couple of days, everybody's going to be optimistic. Just like today. Happy days are here again. And the last one was, again, a long play in JD, which is like an Amazon stock. It's China. They're noted for their fast delivery and robotics and drone deliveries in the cities, the big cities. And this is also based on the fact that China is reopening. So I thought that was going to be a mean reversion play. There's the mean, and it was going to bounce off the... I think this stock is going to go higher. So in my heart, I think that there's going to be a recession sometime this year. They're talking about new stimulus checks. Our government's talking about spending more money. It doesn't look good to me from my perspective. The darling stock, Tesla, has been on a downslide. Look, that stock was trading at 314, and now it's 143, about a third of its value. But the last, looks like about 10 days, the stock has rallied, and it rallied today. Some YouTube bloggers are ecstatic. I think eventually we have some downside. Earnings look like tomorrow. Would you buy Tesla today? I'm glad to see it go up. While I'm not invested in Tesla, I am invested in NIO. If I haven't mentioned this, this is TradingView, and my settings are in the description below. Now, somebody, I don't know who, bought this stock at around $36 in this area here, and has been holding it for several bars, several days, a long time. It's called bag holding, and rode that thing all the way down to 1/3 its value, just like Tesla, except I didn't have as much. I only have 100 shares. Sorry. So that's not the way to invest. Long green bar, very optimistic. I have those shares, those 100 shares, and sold a covered call today at 17. Way up here. It's not going to get to 17. I didn't make much on it, but I want to try to keep my shares so I can ride that thing back up to 36. So I'm going to constantly sell calls on those 100 shares to ride myself way back. Anyway, I'm happy. And there's a green dot for the MACD. It says go long. And I don't like to take them there. I like to take them under the zero. So I'd be careful. But happy days are here again. I mentioned before the companies that will do well in a recession during inflation, recession and inflation, are consumer staples companies. In other words, companies that make things that you need. Healthcare, everybody needs that. Paying too much. Utilities, going up. Look at your electric bill and heating bills. Technology. Some technology companies, especially in the AI and the cloud computing, like Microsoft. And of course, defense companies. Two of the ones that I'm going to talk about is Lockheed Martin and Raytheon, which have government contracts. And I know this because I worked for Boeing and had tons of government contracts. And so a recession on inflation is not going to affect those types of companies because those contracts are going to keep going, and the government's going to keep spending. And we have Ukraine. Raytheon and Lockheed both make cruise missiles and drones that are needed in Ukraine. So that business looks good to me. So again, those swings, capturing that trend up and down. Right now, the zigzag, because it looks for perfect data, and because it's consolidating, the price is consolidating. It doesn't know what it's doing. Earnings is coming out. But if I was such a genius, and the Ukraine war has been going for 8-10 months now, why is Lockheed Martin going down? We'll find out with their earnings. Anyway, like Algo said that the MACD is pointing up. The RSI went into its oversold condition and came back around. And those are conditions for maybe a reversal. And I'm looking to buy, which I'm not in yet, Lockheed Martin, in the next few days. Now, I might wait for the excitement. The happy days are here again, excitement for the earnings report. But after that, I'll make a decision and enter. And by the way, I should have closed this off, but I have alerts set for various different products. Currently, I'm looking at gold and the RUT and the Aussie dollar, and I should be looking at the company profile. That's what makes this nice. It's a nice tool, and all these things are available. Most of these are available for free. Unfortunately, you only get one alert on your free version, and 20. That's something new. 20 alerts for about $10 or $15. It's very cheap a month. Well, you have the same condition here. Run up. There's your MACD. Predicted that. You can't use the the line, because that line is not there, just like it isn't here. It's not there. Doesn't know what it's doing. Earnings is coming up. Crossover for the MACD now. Is that predicting another run up? I think it is. And we have the R side in the oversold condition came back around, which bodes well for a long. Wait for earnings in the morning. Find out what's going on and hit it. Microsoft is going to do well in inflation and recession. AI, Chat GTP, which I'm using. I like it. I do a lot of research with it, and it puts it in English language. Earnings coming up tomorrow. I think they're going to be okay. In the last 2 weeks, Microsoft is going up, but I think this company here is going to creep up slowly, especially if there is some, if the bottom's in for the recession, this company will creep up slowly. But it'll do well. It's not going anywhere. And if we have a lot of trouble with the stock market, this company is not going to lose too much ground. My computer's loaded with Microsoft products. Cisco, Internet, very profitable company. Swings nicely. Zigzag doesn't know what it's doing. That's the time I like to jump in. And remember, the zigzag repaints itself to be perfect. There's no way of trading this. Some people trade it and wait 2 bars after, and this is, it's called a fractal then. They do fractal trading. Oversold condition here, and I think this is one technology stock that's going to do well in recession and inflation. So, what I needed to do is to come up with 5 or 10 stocks that you're going to trade during a recession. How about let me know about them in the description below. Let me know if you think we're due for a recession, or has the bottom been in, and we're going to be happy days from here on in. Let me know if you disagree with me that by the second or third quarter, by summer anyway, we'll be in a recession. Making the plan now, doing some short-term trades, because you can't do long-term trades. This market is too whippy and choppy. You still can trade. I hope you like what you're doing. Do your own due diligence. These are not trade recommendations. I'd like to hear your trade recommendations, though, in the description below. Happy trading. We'll catch you on the flip.